This is the surface planer. We use this machine to clear off imperfections on the wide surface of your board. This machine has a central cutter head that removes material from the top side of the board as it feeds through. There's also feed rollers located before and after the cutter head that assist the board as it goes through the machine so that you don't have to push. Before using the surface planer, we need to know the thickness of our board. With each pass we send through, we take off no more than 1/16 of an inch. That's why it's crucial to know the thickness before you start. Our in-feed roller and our out-feed roller are a distance that if you feed a board less than 10 inches long, your in-feed roller will let go of the board before the out-feed roller can grab it and continue pushing it through. That's why we need to make sure it is longer than 10 inches. When we're using the surface planer, we got to remember the cutter head spins towards you. So we don't want to look into the machine or have our hands past this area here in case of any kickback of small parts or the board. As you feed the board in, it helps to feed it at just a slight angle. This allows the board to feed in a lot smoother into the machine. Should the board get stuck as it's feeding in, just give it a small bump with your hand and it should continue on. To plane our board, we need to, again, remember, make sure we know the thickness of our board. This piece of 4/4 stock actually measures out to be 15/16 of an inch. So my first cut needs to be at 7/8 of an inch so that I'm only removing 1/16 of an inch at a time. There are two separate ways to set the thickness of our board on this machine. If I wanted to say set my planer to remove or to make my board be at 1/2 inch thick, I could program that in by hand by starting with this yellow program button here. I push program and then I enter the value 0.5 and then I press this enter arrow that points to the left. Now my top display reads the dimension that I want to go, my target dimension. My lower dimension here, I need to hit start so it'll move the table and both values now read the same. I know I'm ready to go. If these don't read the same, then I know there's something wrong and I can't run my board yet. Now, for your convenience, we have some preset values which makes it a lot quicker to program your cuts. Since this board is 15/16 of an inch thick, my first cut will be 7/8 of an inch, which is programmed at number 1. So all I need to do is press 1 and start. And now both values read the same and my board is ready to be planed. I'll push start on the main motor, making sure everything's clear from the opening first. And we're ready to go. So now we have our 15/16 inch board. We've got our setting at 7/8 of an inch to remove only 1/16 of an inch. We're ready to begin planing our board. We want to make sure that our dust collection is on and that all safeties have been disengaged so we can begin our cut. After moving to the back of the machine, we've caught our board and we can turn it off and we're done.